Welcome, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Um, I've been looking very much forward to this live stream because I got a new camera. As those of you who follow me that could probably see that the graphics is a bit different now. I used to have my GoPro as a camera, and now I just switched to an Upspot Meet 2. Trying this out. I think that the settings maybe could be better. I'm just starting to get this camera to know this camera. Yeah, I think there is a lot of settings you can put on there. I have something about the autofocus, but overall, I think it has good quality and good colors at least. Yeah, so let me know what you think. And well, I can always do better, but you have to start somewhere and then learn along the way. And yeah, trial and error is a good thing sometimes. So today I would like to play some music from different anime movies or TV series. I have a huge passion for Ghibli films, and one of my favorites is Spirited Away, or I have several, but I thought it could be nice to play something of that for you. It has been several years since I've played it, but I have an arrangement from this one, the Summer's Day. So I would like to start off with something I know that I'm probably good at. I hope so. The quality, yeah, I think so too. I think it's nice to have a webcam again. Actually, the reason that I tried to switch to this one was that my GoPro was actually okay, but it had a lot of different technical problems. So I updated my driver card, and then suddenly it showed green screen. That's what happened last stream. So I was a bit stressed because it didn't work. And yeah, so it's nice to have a camera that's just there, set up, and is built for webcam. So yeah. So, but sometimes I really do that. I really like to play something that I think I'm all right at in the start of my practice sessions, and I often actually do that also not on camera, but just as usual, because I think sometimes you just need to boost your own confidence before diving into something that doesn't sound as good or is a lot of hard work to practice on. It's just nice to clean your ears and play something nice. So yeah, let's see if it is nice, but at least I will try. So it wasn't as easy as I thought, and as I remembered. I think it's 3 years ago or 4 years ago I played this, but thank you so much. And oh well, but that's why I practice. But I really love this piece. It's so nice, and I would love to do a recording of this someday. So that's what I'm aiming for by practicing this. something has at least changed. That's true. I changed my camera. I now use a more uh, a dedicated webcam, you could say. I used to do the. I used to use the GoPro that I also used for the video by the ocean, but it's not really suitable for webcam actually. So it had a lot of problems that I had to deal with. I had a green screen last Sunday, so that was kind of quite stressful. Turned out it was something about the driver, but it struggles. It gets really hot when I use it for webcam and lots of other stuff. But I think I need to do some settings with the camera because it's something about the autofocus. As you can see, my microphone is really in focus, so it's the main star of this session, apparently. But I guess I just have to try some different angles and some different lightings. It also has a much lighter quality, as I can see, because that's nice. But actually, I'm trying to get some colors in my living room, some blues. You can quite see it, but not as much as the other camera. So other than that, nothing changed. I didn't change anything about myself, at least. So it's funny because I always, since I went to school, to the conservatory and other master classes, I always struggle with double stops. And I actually, I wouldn't say I hated those, but double stops is playing more notes at a time. At the same time, but I don't hate those, but there is a lot of those in the hard pieces in classical music, so I always struggled a lot with those. Not so much with other stuff. I guess that's different which kind of musician you are, what your weaknesses and strengths are. But I realized that when I make my arrangements, I'm actually writing a lot of double stops. So in my subconscious mind, I'm just creating myself a lot of difficulties and a lot of challenges. And when I did it myself, I can't be mad at the composer because that's myself. So in some ways, I'm still struggling, but I'm at least practicing a lot of it because why not? It sounds really good. So it's nice to have double stops, but yeah. So this piece has, I can just share. As you can see, it has a lot of double notes. And the notes that I'm struggling most with is actually like this kind of, I don't know if I can draw. Yeah, these kind of notes, because they lie on the violin as one finger actually. So if you see my violin here, I'm just only pressing on that note G and D. I'm just pressing one finger, and it has to be laid flat, and it's hard to vibrate on it. So to have that in tune, you really have to be steady with your finger and actually press kind of down on it. Usually when you play, it's easy to fake a note. If it's out of tune, you can just vibrate a bit and then it's in its place, or you can just trigger it that it sounds in tune by the start. So but you can't do that when it's locked with only one finger. So just what I had on my mind. So enough talk. Oh, you are my bad conscience. Yeah. So when you're talking about one cover a week, you're talking about the videos, I guess. um, like the real videos, like the Argent tournament. Yeah, it would be nice to do some more. The Argent tournament was a bit of a big deal because it lasted of 20 minutes music. But those other covers are like 5 minutes. So next time I'm going into the nature to film, I would film 3 or 4. That's all my camera can take on its battery. When, yeah, it's expensive to do this stuff. You have to get a lot of stuff. So, but now I have one battery for the GoPro, and then I would, yeah. So I have 20 minutes of music I can film each time. So next Sunday maybe I will be ready with another video that could be cool. So there is Monet in the background, or Renoir. I don't know Renoir. I have to. Oh, this is embarrassing. Maybe I should be more cultural when it comes to painters. Yeah. I'm not that good at remembering names. I'm not really good at remembering composers' names as well. So that is something you shouldn't point out. So I'll just continue a bit. So I thought this would be easy, and it's not. So, yeah. And I'm just reading. I should turn on super chats on my stream. I really don't know what that is actually. I'm as of right now, I'm using an overlay chat that is called something about Ninja Chat that shows it on video, so it's not only in at the computer, so you can read it on the screen. I will look into that, whatever it is. And I'm just sitting here, and I'm thinking that you're right, because I tend to open up a lot of new projects, and closing them is the hard part for me. I love starting new things up. I don't I I don't have anything like ADHD or anything like that, but I think that trait is something that I do have. I really love to start something up, and new projects is always something nice for me. But you're right that I do now have a lot of things that I'm working on, and I should film them and make them a video. I was also thinking about that it could be nice to do some closure up of what I have. So yeah, I have The Witcher, I have The Last of Us. I also have something more from World of Warcraft. I must say that the Hotel California and the House of the Rising Sun is gonna be together with the guitarist. So, and we are working on those. We actually played them in a concert this Friday, and people loved them. So I think it's gonna be so great to have those out. Um, and yes, it is Spirited Away. It's like it's like a donation. That wouldn't be a bad idea, not at all. Um, yeah, so it's no secret that I'm doing this both because I think it's nice to have some company where I practice. I think it's nice to show how 1 hour practice session would kind of looks like. But it would also be nice to be a YouTube partner and start maybe making a bit money on this content. That would be great. As a musician, it's not really easy to live off your passion, and I think I would. No, I know I would play music even if I couldn't make a dime of it, because I love it so much. Always have. But to make a living of it and have some passive income would be so awesome. So right now it's mainly my concerts, of course, but that's why I'm experimenting a lot of things on YouTube right now. So, hmm, just thinking here. I also have this arrangement of merry-go-round of life. It could be nice to have a couple of 3 anime music out there, anime covers. So this is from Howl's Moving Castle. Mainly just a melody. Oh, that's hmm. I didn't write this. I'm just reading the music, but that could be nice to do that as well. I think it's so beautiful. Um, hmm. I will really look into that to the super chat. That could be, yeah, I'll look into that. It's a really big world for with the streaming. Actually, I have tried to do a double stream on Twitch as well, but I think it made some glitches in my streams. The last streams were a bit off sync, so yeah. So not as right now. I'm not doing that, but Twitch is also a place that is huge, not only for gaming, but apparently also for some music. So, but right now I like to be on YouTube, and maybe that's just the place to be in the next month. You know, I'm really happy about my about these live streams, but I'm starting sometimes. Oh, now it's blurry, so where am I? Maybe if I remove it? No. So the microphone, as I told you, is a star of the show. Maybe if I put it away. No. Maybe. Oh. It has some autofocus, and I'm sorry, but this is gonna be blurry session. And there I am. So, but you know, I'm starting to feel that I should prepare before I practice for you, and that's not really the point, but it's myself being too perfectionist. So while I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, oh, I should have practiced this before showing you. But it isn't the point. The point is actually to show you what it would look like. And even though I wouldn't talk to myself as I talk to you guys, I would definitely use some of my practice hour to just be confused and making decisions, and maybe I should go back. Maybe, oh, I don't want to play this. I would jump to the next one. So actually having a steady focus on the music is not always something that I can do. And it's all right. I think it's a part of the process that you just need to try out different things. And other times you just want to practice a scale or just a small piece of the music and just continuing doing that until it's perfect. So, but today I can feel I'm kind of all over the place. So now you get to see that too. So I'll just practice a bit more in the Spirited Away. that's true. I'm glad you see it that way, and I really try to. I try to keep as authentic as I could be, even though it's not authentic to talk to someone when I practice by myself, of course. But the thing about it is, it's not really always as structured as I would love it to be. But I think it's just a creative mind that just goes to fantasy places sometimes, and you just have to roll with it. And some of the best session actually comes just after that you're just really confused and just say, um, I don't know if I can use curse words, but F it, and then just work yourself through it, and then suddenly you get into this flow where it's just a nice place to be. Looked into singing. I actually did, but I would always think that I'm not as good of a singer as I am a violinist. So I have the same feeling about it as if you see a really good singer suddenly do acting. It's not that it's not gonna be good, but in a way you have this feeling that it's, or at least I do. No hate or anything like that. I just get this feeling that you have used so much time on one space that that is gonna be your thing, and maybe in that way I'm kind of black white minded, but I think it's maybe because I've used so much time perfecting this instrument that just thinking about being a singer would be, for me at least, a mountain to climb, because why wouldn't I do this, go the same mile for a singing career as I did with my violin career? And then I'm like, no, no, not. I already did it once, not again. So I know that I'm overthinking it, but I just mainly I just think that I'm not. I don't want to be a singer. I just like my violin. And then you could say you could combine it. I know, but then I feel that's too. Oh my god! Maybe it's too cheesy. So, but I am. I have taken some singing classes before, and the reason that I did that was actually to be better at playing the violin, because I think that to understand music as a singer is way different as when you're a musician, because then you have all the practical, you have the instrument, that's where the music is, physical form in a way. And when you sing, you actually use your body as your instrument. And I think that is a really good way to look at music always, even though you're not a singer. So I took singing classes to get the feeling of how to breathe with your music. And actually, I think it made me a better violinist of that, because I kind of try to get the same feeling that I'm breathing with the music, or breathing through my instrument, if that makes sense. So yeah. But starting as a singer, I don't know if I would go that road. Yeah. Yeah, it's so nice that you appreciate the honesty that I'm coming here with, because I can't edit it out, and it's a nice safe space to be in, actually. I was also thinking about something else I could do here on this platform, not necessarily on my live streams. And yes, I have prepared more for today's stream. Or I have prepared in my mind, because the point is not to prepare before a practice. But the thing is that I got an idea, because actually I'm just gonna call you Ice for this session. You asked about someday that how I'm playing on an angle on my bow hair to get a different sound, and that kind of gave me the idea that it could be actually very cool to maybe do some series, maybe some shorts, or just videos where I talk about different techniques you can use to improve your sound as a violinist, because I search a bit for it, and it's of course there are a lot of tutorials on playing the violin, but I think it could be nice to do some videos that actually gets the small gems and just the small adjustments you can do that actually makes a huge difference when you're playing the violin. Or maybe you can use it when you play another instrument as well, but I think that those are the gems that you don't really see online, and maybe that could be an idea for some content other than my cover videos. So, but yeah, I have something for you. I don't know if you have watched Naruto, but there is this great song that I'm just starting up on. I don't know if you can see, but it's not very far. I but I have this idea that it could be great on the violin. Um, hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that I think there is potential for making a lot of those series. So the first thing would be a series of some things you can do to improve your sound, or some things you can do that how to make your sound softer, because that is something that is something that you actually work a lot of when you are a professional violinist. That's it. Of course, you're working on the notes itself, but I've had several sessions with my teachers that were where I wasn't using my left hand at all. Like we could have 2 hours practice only practicing the sound of the bow, just to fine tuning that special movement at the top and how to get yeah, it's coming. Oh, it's just so nerdy, and this is so nice to talk about. So I guess I will do those series and save it for that, maybe. Sadness and sorrow. So, some time ago I started. Let me see if I can remember. Yes, I am definitely a nerd. I love anime. I love playing video games. And I must admit, I haven't watched the whole Naruto, and it's there are also many episodes. So, but maybe I should just start watching that too. Um, I have watched Death Note, if you know that. I haven't looked into the music for that actually, but very good anime show. So this one needs a bit of more practice in the start, and I think there has been some violinists doing this cover. I'm sure of it, and it's not that I need to be the only one, but I think the thing that differentiates this one from the others is actually using double stops. Because then I could play it all solo, and that would be nice. So I'm just gonna practice a bit on that now. Thank you. And Death Note, One Punch Man, One Piece, Dragon Ball. Yeah, that could be a great series to make a playlist and just do a cover of them all. Ooh, but it's talking into my starting up a lot of new projects checks. So I think that I think I have to finish them off, those that I've been working on, just to have this kind of a closure thing, and then I will continuing more of the anime songs. So and this one would be so nice to do, really. So I'm just trying to move my chat. A lot of chat messages. That's nice. A playlist. So yeah, and when you say 1 or 2 songs per week, I guess you mean that making videos like as I consider real videos, not only a short. I guess. I really love this piece, but I also know it takes more than 1 hour of practice. So if I should be realistic about the time management for this one, it would be now I've just opened up this music for myself, and then it would be and then I would have to use a lot of hours of getting to know it and really get comfortable playing it, because right now I can play it practically, but it's not near any situation where I'm freely with it, and just you can hear it on my sound. Actually, I'm not really using my whole bow. I'm not using the flow of it, so I guess it would take 10 hours. No, is that too much? I should do some time management, actually, because usually with something like this, if it doesn't have a deadline, I could just practice it a couple of hours every week, and then suddenly it would be ready. If I would have a deadline, then I would probably use 10 hours overall, or maybe 12, recording and trying on this one. So I have to, when I would do my videos, I would have to use something that I'm also good at this time, or or just take a whole week of creating 2 or 3. Yeah, or just see how many I could do. Yeah, and thank you. I think the camera is doing something to my eyes because I have blue eyes, but it looks like I have a filter on. It's not a filter, but I think it just says, hey, there is yellow, there is blue, let's just pop it up. Yeah, I guess it's a camera. So, still have 5 more minutes, and then I have some different stuff to work on until next time. When I'm pausing and not talking, it's because I'm thinking about what I could do and what I could record. And yeah, it's good that you remind me of it. I'm just really glad to read your messages, and I cannot believe that these sessions was just a quick fix idea I just had the other day. Or the day before I started live streaming, I just had the thought that I was tired of just practicing alone, and then let's see what happens if I go live with it. And it's so fun also for me. And to hear your reactions and your thoughts, and it's really worth in gold, because I, as a musician or as a creator online, you kind of it's not really easy to know what people want or people think about what you create or anything like that. So this is also my way of just asking out and getting some reactions, and of course also showing you what it would look like practicing. So I'm thinking that I would do a recording session on Wednesday. I know that it's a weekday and maybe your timing or time zone is very different from mine. So no worries if you don't jump in on it, but I think it would be good for me to record at least 3 new songs, so I can do a video of it. And I'm thinking about doing it Wednesday at the same time. So some of you might be on work, but that's all right. I'm just doing it to make myself to fulfill my own promise of recording some new videos after that. So, but thank you so much for watching today. It was very nice having you here. And thank you for being a part of my chaos and just hanging out